Hello and welcome to my presentation on John Wooden. I am Michael Wyan, and today we're going to be discussing the book Wooden on Leadership: How to Create a Winning Organization. And we're basically going to talk about how those topics in that book relate to everyday life and how you can use them to your advantage. So, first off, John Wooden emphasized balance a lot. He said balance is crucial in everything we do. Along with love, it's among the most important things in life. And I mean, that's true. If you're able to balance school, you're able to balance work, you're able to balance video games, golf, and, anything you do, then you're going to be able to have fun in life, and you're also going to be able to know where your priorities are and what you value more. So balance is definitely one of those things that not even on the basketball court, just in general life that applies. Also, very similar to balance is consistency. Being able to have a clear view on things and keep that same sort of mindset um, in everything you do. If you are someone who's very volatile and has the potential to maybe get angry at a situation or not or be have irrational thoughts like when it comes to making a decision, then like you're not going to be as successful as someone that is consistent with their thoughts and what their viewpoint is on something before you even ask them. And I feel like that also goes hand in hand with self control and being able to stay on top of your emotions and, really um, focus on what's important and being able to keep a level head. And Wooden emphasized a lot that success isn't from winning, that it's from the four P's, which is planning, preparation, practice, and performance. And he basically said that winning or losing is a byproduct, an after effect of that effort. So, I mean, that shows you that, winning comes after you give it your best. You put your best foot forward. You're going to get the wins will come, but it's not a matter of putting success and winning together, because success is something that comes after you know once you put in the work and you put your best foot forward, and then after that, then the wins will start to come in. If you're not putting up a best effort, how are you going to get wins in the first place? So he basically went further into depth and really broke that down for us. um he also, started off as an English teacher back when he first started off coaching at the football team. Well, I believe he coached the football, basketball, baseball team, if I'm correct. But he coached those teams, and um, from those days, basically, I think based off of him being an English teacher, being a high school teacher, or a high school coach, he was able to learn from them and see what was important and learn the skills and bring them on to those people. And I feel like that was one of his things, is he wasn't necessarily just a coach or just someone who gave orders and told them what to do. He broke them down, showed them, demonstrated how to do things. And that's why he was so successful, is because he was able to teach them and share his knowledge with these people, and not just be like, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this. And that's why he became so successful, and his players really appreciated him for that. So also, enthusiasm is very important, because if you're not enthusiastic, if you're not happy to do something, why are you going to do it? Or you're not going to do it as well, because you're not happy to be doing that. So if you have something you care about, then you're going to have a step forward on someone else that doesn't really care for that. So if you're in your career, for example, and someone in, say, for example, you join a sports agency or something, and you're really into sports, and some dude is not really into sports, but might just be in there because he knows that he can make money there. you know it's a good job. But the person that's enthusiastic to be there, that really loves has a passion for sports, has a passion from meeting athletes, different things, is the one who's going to be successful in the long run. And it just comes down to that. And also, he emphasizes that loyalty is super important because he said a leader who had loyalty is the leader whose team I wish to be a part of. And I mean, that just goes to show you, if you don't have loyalty, if you have tough times, are those people going to drop off? Are they not going to care about it? Are they not going to try their best anymore? You have to have people that are in it for the long run. And this applies, I mean, in workplace, having people that you work with, that like care and are going to be there for you. Or this could apply to life in any way, just being committed to something and sticking with it, whether it could be anything in life. So I just feel like that's so important, is loyalty. Like loyalty, you have to be loyal to whatever you want to do to get far, or else you're just going to give up and you're not going to get to that point. um you also have to be able to initiate. Like you can't be afraid to make mistakes and risks in life, because if you make if you take risks, you might lose every once in a while. You're not going to win every time, that's for sure. But when you take those risks, there's a potential that you can do even better. And I think that's one thing that John Wooden emphasizes. Like, how can he do it better? How can he change it? How can he make things differently? Like, what's the importance of having a good basketball team and a good connection? And I think being able to like initiate and um, you know not be afraid to do things wrong, like really put that mindset into the players and into himself as well, and being that it's okay to make mistakes. Like he had the season where he went 14-12, and he saw that season as success when no one else did. So that just means, like, just being able to have to deal with mistakes that you made, losses that you've had, and being able to work from there. um Also, skill is very important. He emphasized skill, and he said whether you're in basketball or business, you must be able to perform in all aspects of your job, not just part of it. You must be able to get open and shoot. One without the other makes a partial performer. So, I mean, that's in life in general. If you aren't able to, if you're good in a certain aspect, but you need to be well rounded in another aspect, like whether it's like work or your personality or anything, like you're lacking that sort of um, feeling, that sort of experience, and it's gonna make you less successful because of that. Because there's gonna be people that have both skills, that can do those things. So you really have to make the best of what you're good at and what you strive to be. um Also, I think character was one of the main things from John, like that he emphasized, is just having a good character and seeing the goodness in people and the values in people. And I mean, he said good values are like a magnet; they attract good people. So I think that goes to show you what he valued was people who cared and really wanted to be there and wanted to give it their all every day that they went out on the court. And that can be applied to everyday life and just giving things your 100% effort. And yeah. So, and then Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he said one of Wooden's strongest assets as a leader was his patience. And I feel like that's so important. Like, patience is everything in life. Like, you go to a restaurant, you go to a restaurant, you have to wait. You might go to golf, you have to wait. You have to get to work, like maybe you have to, I don't know, clock in or something. You have to be patient. Everything is patience. And if you're able to keep a level head and realize that things don't come right away, you'll be more successful because of that, because you'll just work harder and harder to get to that point. um I think also, he said, be what you want your team to become. So that really means, like, set an example for those. And if you don't, if you, I mean, this applies to life all the time. It's like the saying, um, if you want to, get respect, show respect to people, and that goes both ways. Because if you are mean to someone, no one's gonna be nice to you back. Why would they be nice to you back? So it's just a matter of being able to set that example and show who you really are and be a better person because of it. And he said that when you start having all the right answers, you stop asking all the right questions. So it goes to show you, never stop questioning, never stop working to get to a certain point, because um, then you're gonna get satisfied with where you are and not really excel. You need to keep going with whatever you're sticking with, and in the end, it's gonna be it would help so much more, if you kept learning and you kept seeing what you could improve upon, you can be the best at that position or whatever you do in life. Um, he also emphasizes, focusing on little details like putting on the socks, tying shoes, these little things that, seem meaningless, but they try to emphasize to the players the correct way to do things and how things should be done. And the players respected him because of that, because they were like, wow, he cares, and it's not just on the basketball court that he's showing it. So, um, and Wooden basically encouraged everyone to do well, and basically that went off on everyone. Everyone saw that when he would be happy, they'd be happy, or when he pushed for something, they would give him that effort, and that's why they turned out to be so successful. And so I think the end message is, surround yourself with success. Because you can learn from them and become a better person because of it. And I think John Wooden is proof of that for both his players and everyone that around him, and even me reading this book. I feel like I know John Wooden now, and I feel like I've learned a lot from him and what I could benefit. So thank you for listening, and have a good day.